Dear student, in the last lecture we have discussed the first property of the D block elements, that is electronic configuration. So in the electronic configuration we have discussed general electronic configuration of D block elements, general electronic configuration of 3D series element, general electronic configuration for 4D, 5D and 6D series elements. And especially we have discussed the general electronic configuration from electronic configuration of the element from atomic number 21 scandium to zinc 30 here. Okay, so we have discussed the electronic configuration of the element from scandium to zinc. In these 3D series elements, two elements have the exceptional electronic configuration. Which are those two elements? First one is 24 chromium. In 24 chromium, you are going to have the electronic configuration argon 4s2 3d4. This is expected. This is expected electronic configuration 4s2 3d4. But what is actual electronic configuration? Actual electronic configuration is argon 4s1 3d5. Argon 4s1 3d5. Here, why this electronic configuration is like this? You have to discuss. Similarly, for the copper 29. For copper, expected is argon 4s2 3d9. This is your expected electronic configuration 4s2 3d9. But what is actual electronic configuration? Actual electronic configuration is argon 4s1 3d10. So you can see here, in case of chromium, in case of copper, one electron from 4s2 it is there. Here it is 4s1. One electron from 4s, it is shifted to 3d4. That's why it becomes 4s1 3d4. Here also 4s2 3d9 is expected, but here one electron is shifted from 4s subcell to 3d, that is 4s1 3d10 it is there. So it means one electron from S, it is shifted to D and it becomes D5 and D10. But why this shifting one electron to the D5? Why this one electron shifting to the D10? Because here shifting of electron taking place to get extra stability. To get what? Extra stability. Here also the reason is extra stability it is there. Here, why the electronic configuration is 4s1 3d5 and 4s1 3d10? It is due to extra stability. In one line you have to write the answer. Sometimes they will ask why the electronic configuration of chromium or copper is 4s1 3d5 and 4s1 3d10. The answer, 1 marks question, you have to write one line answer. The answer is extra stability. It is due to extra stability. Now you are going to discuss why the extra stability will gain by this D5 and D10. In first year, you have discussed extra stability principle. What is extra stability principle? Extra stability principle states that half filled D subcell, half filled subcell, not only D, half filled subcell, and completely filled D subcell, completely filled subcell. Both conditions are extra stable. Both conditions are what? Extra stable. Let us go for P subcell. What is the half filled of P? Half filled and completely filled. For P subcell, what is half filled? 3. P3. What is completely filled? 6. D. What is the maximum capacity of D? 10. 10 is completely filled. Then what do you mean by the half filled? 5. So it means if the D subcell is having the electronic configuration D5 and D10, they are extra stable because of half filled and because of completely filled here. Here, if the S electron shifted to D cell, it will get the extra stability due to half filled D subcell. And here, if one electron shift to the D subcell from 4s, here also it will get extra stability, but here due to what? Completely filled D subcell. I told you, extra stability principle is for half filled as well as what? Completely filled subcell here. Here, the extra stability in case of chromium due to what? Half filled D subcell. Here, extra stability of D subcell because of what? Completely filled D subcell in case of what? Copper here. Therefore, you have to remember the two exceptional cases for chromium and copper here. The expected electronic configuration is 4s2 3d4, but actual electronic configuration is 4s1 3d5 it is there, and here it is 4s1 3d10. The reason is extra stability due to half filled D subcell, and here extra stability due to completely filled D subcell. So many times they have asked this for 1 marks, the either electronic configuration or the reason why it is so. So this is what we have left in the electronic configuration that I have covered here. Now similarly you are going to discuss the next property, that is the atomic size. Atomic size of the D block elements here. So to discuss this property, you are going to remember only 3D series. If you discuss 3D series, the logic is applicable for 4D, 5D and 6D. So therefore, we will discuss the atomic size variation. So you can say atomic size variation in the 3D series here. But before going to this, you know in the periodic table, this is a period and this is the group here. Horizontal rows called as the period, vertical columns are called as the group here. Now already I have discussed in first year how the atomic size varies in the period and how the atomic size varies in the group here. You know that atomic size increases down the group. As you move from top to bottom in the group, atomic size increases here. And here, as you move from left to right, the atomic size decreases. It is what? Decreases here. This is a general trend of the variation of atomic size. Here we are discussing the property atomic size, and the general trend in the atomic size is the atomic size decreases along the period and atomic size increases down the group here. But in case of D block elements, we are going to discuss how the atomic size varies across the period. Only in the period we are going to discuss here. Now to discuss this, you are going to take the help of 3D series elements. Again students, I am repeating, you have to remember 3D series elements. So which are the 3D series elements? Scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper and zinc here. These are the elements in the 3D series. I am going to explain how the atomic size is going to change in the 3D series. I am not going to write the actual atomic size values. I will take some sample numbers to explain that. Suppose here you are going to have the atomic number, atomic radius or atomic size of scandium is 8. This is 7. This is 6. This is 5. This is 5. This is 5. This is 4. This is 4. This is 7. This is this is 6. This is 7. Suppose this is the variation of the atomic size in the 3D series. So you can see here 8 becomes 7, 7 becomes 6, 6 becomes 5. Here 8 becomes 7, 7 becomes 6, 6 becomes 5. Means atomic size is increases or decreases here? Decreases. Atomic size is decreases. But throughout the period it is not decreasing. After 5, what do you get for Mn? It is also 5. For In, it is also 5. It means it is not decreases, not increases. It is remaining what? Constant here. Then what happens to the next? Again decreases. But what happens at the last? 6 and 7 decreases or increases? Increases here. So what is the trend of the atomic size in the 3D series? In the 3D series, you are going to have first it is decreases, second it remains a constant, and third again it is finally increases here. So here in the property, you have to remember only specific required information, and to the points you have to answer in the examination. Here which property we are discussing? Atomic size. How the atomic size varies in the d block element? In the d block element, in the 3D series, 4D series, 5D, 6D series, first the atomic size is decreases, secondly it remains a constant, and finally again it is increases here. This is the variation. If they ask in the examination, write the variation of atomic size in the d block elements. So what you are going to explain here? Decreases in constant, and then it is what? Increases here. Now let us discuss what is the reason why it is decreases first, why then it is remaining constant, why then it is what? Increases there. Here when the first it is decreases, already you know, it is a general trend. Effective nuclear charge, ENC, effective nuclear charge increases, therefore atomic size decreases. First reason why the atomic size decreases, effective nuclear charge increases, therefore atomic size is what? Decreases. Second, what is the trend? It remains a constant. Why it remains a constant? It remains a constant because of shielding effect or screening effect. Shielding effect of. Secondly, it remains a constant because of shielding effect or what? Screening effect here. Thirdly, the copper and zinc, the atomic size is going to what? Increase here. The atomic size is increases due to extra stability. Due to what? Extra stability. So once again I am repeating, variation of atomic size. First it is decreases, secondly it is constant, and finally again it is increases. Why the atomic size initially decreases? Reason is what? Effective nuclear charge increases, therefore atomic size is decreases. Why the atomic size remains a constant? Due to shielding effect or what? Screening effect here. And why finally the atomic size is going to increases here? Due to extra stability. Now already you know why the atomic size is decreases because of effective nuclear charge. What do you mean by the effective nuclear charge? Effective nuclear charge means attraction. When the electron is added in the cell, then there is an attraction between the electron and nucleus. Why there is attraction? This is negative charge and this is what? Positive charge. There is an attraction between the negative charge and positive charge nucleus. Therefore, that is called as the effective nuclear charge in short. This is not a scientific definition, but you can remember there is an attraction between added electron and the nucleus. That is called as what? Effective nuclear charge. When the electron is added in the same cell, the attraction increases. It means effective nuclear charge increases. Therefore, atomic size is what? Decreases here. Then I told you shielding effect or screening effect. Of course, what is effective nuclear charge, what is shielding effect, what is extra stability, they are not going to ask for the examination. This is for CET NEET I am explaining. So look here, what is shielding effect or screening effect? Shield means what? Or screen. Suppose you are watching me or you are observing my lecture here, and if I hold something here, duster, if I am holding duster between you and the blackboard, what happens? This duster is becoming screen. Likewise, here the electrons are there in the inner cell and also in the outer cell. So look here, in the first cell electrons are there, second cell also electrons are there. When you add electron in the second cell, there is an attraction towards the nucleus. Why there is an attraction? Negative charge and positive charge. But at the same time, there is a repulsion. Repulsion with attraction between nucleus and electron. Repulsion between what? Inner electron and outer electron. Inner electron is also having negative charge. Outer electron is also having negative charge. Negative means what? Same charge, like charge is repelled. There is a repulsion. So it means between nucleus and the added electron, the inner electrons are becoming like what? Screen here. So repulsion of the outer electron because of the inner electron, that is called as the screening effect. Here what happens? If the electron attract by 5 units, it repel by 5 units. Therefore there is no change. 5, 5, 5. It will remain what? The same here. So attraction and repulsion with the same magnitude. Because of which effect? Shielding effect and what? Screening effect here. So what is screening effect? Repulsion of the outer electron because of what? Inner electron. That is called as the shielding effect of the screening effect. Because of this shielding effect or screening effect, this atomic size remaining what? The constant here. Then lastly, extra stability. I told you for the copper and zinc. For the copper, what is the electronic configuration? 4s1 3d10. For the zinc, what is the electronic configuration? 4s1 3d10 here. 3d10, 3d10. These two are what? Extra stable. And because of this extra stability, you are going to get the increase in the atomic size here. Got it? So likewise, this is the variation of atomic size in the 3D series elements here. So you have to remember only specific point. Once again I am repeating. Here atomic size variation. What is the variation? It is not a general trend like decreases across throughout the period. No. Here first it is decreases, remains constant, finally increases. Decreases because of effective nuclear charge. Secondly, it remains a constant because of shielding effect or screening effect. And finally, it is increases due to what? Extra stability here. Got it? Now, this is the second point, that property we have discussed, that is the atomic size here. So, two properties we have discussed. First property, electronic configuration. Second property is what? Atomic size here. Third property we are going to discuss, that is the oxidation state here. So third property, oxidation state. You know that there are the elements which are showing the different oxidation states. For example, you are having the Fe. Fe, it shows Fe plus 2 oxidation state and Fe plus 3. Ferrous as well as what? The ferric. So this it is called as plus 2 and plus 3 is called as oxidation state. Why do you get the oxidation, or what is the use of the oxidation state? Oxidation state is useful for the reaction or to form the compounds here. Now plus 2 and plus 3 oxidation state it is there. Even plus 4 oxidation state is possible for the Fe here. Means variables means more than 2 or 3 oxidation states are possible. Variable oxidation states are possible for the D block element. Now, to write variable oxidation state, you require electronic configuration of atomic number 21 to 30. So you should remember scandium to zinc 21 to 30. So already I have explained how to write electronic configuration and all. Already in basic lecture I have given what is the electronic configuration from 21 to 30 here. In that you are going to remember that is the electronic configuration. And if you know the electronic configuration, you can explain the variable oxidation state for the D block elements here. This is the next property, and this property we will discuss in the next section here. So you have to remember the atomic numbers here. Thank you.